Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to be walking us through on how to go about the bookkeeping task where we have to do multiplication, addition, apply filter, get the total, and then get the average. So I'm going to take it one after the other. So the first one is multiplying the units by the unit cost. So this is the unit, meaning the number of the item that was bought, and the unit cost is the amount for one of the item. So we are asked to get the total of each of this. So for us to be able to get how much the customer will be paying, for this 95 units of this pencil at the rate of 1.99, we just have to multiply these two cells. So in spreadsheet, whether you're working with Google Sheets or you're working with a Microsoft Excel, when you want to do any calculation, you start by applying your equals to first and then selecting the cells that you're working on. So for example, I'm working on these two cells, that is E2 and F2. So I'm going to select the first one. Okay. Now what am I doing? Multiplication. So multiplication in spreadsheet simply means the asterisk symbol on your keyboard. To get that, that is you hold down your shift key and then the number 8 key on your keyboard. That will give you the multiplication sign, you know, on Excel or your Google Sheet. So the next is for me to also tap the cell that I'm working on and then hit the enter key. Then I get my answer. Now, Google Sheet is automatically, getting the sum of each of the item that I want to work on. So I could just either just choose this, just select this mark, and then it populates all my answer correctly. Can you see that? And then you can decide to do it one by one, one by one. That is one way, or this other one. And then the third one is, let me delete this part. Let me delete this part. Okay. Okay, so the other part is for me, I usually at least do about two or three multiplication first, and then put my cursor, make sure that the four cardinal points is showing, and then I just drag all the way down, okay, to this point, and then it gives you the answer. So let's actually confirm if this answer is actually these answers are correct. So I'm going to be working on the last one. So let's note the number. It is 479.04. So I'm going to delete it and then manually do it. So equals to, remember, calculation in Excel or your Google Sheet, you start with equals to sign. So this is already suggesting what I'm going to do or what I'm working on, and that's multiplication. So I just hit my tab and then get the, can you see, 479.04? That was what we got initially by just dragging it. So these are three ways you can get your multiplication done. So that is the first question. So the second question says, add up the amounts to arrive at the total sales. So this is what they're asking you. So these are the total sales for this day. So from here to here, we are getting the total. So what you need to do is put your um, cursor on the cell below the last number. Still, remember, you put your equals to, don't forget that your calculation is start with equals to. Now, this is already giving me a clue of what I wanted to do, and that is sum. So, what did I do? Just hit my tab and I get my answers, as simple as that. Or you can then do it one by one. So, depending on what you want to do. So, if I want to do one by one, so it means I have to select this cell, then do plus. So that it's going to be like this, equals to, then I tap on this cell, then put my plus sign, tap for the next cell, put the plus sign, and so on. So that is a long cut now, that is long journey. So remember, you should look for ways to get your work done as fast as possible. That's how to get your um add up the amount to get your total sales. So that is question two. Now for question three, so how do you apply filter? So it says we shall apply filter to be able to get the customers that bought only the pencil. So once you know who and who bought the pencil, so that is where the filter function comes to play. Alright, so what do? You go to where you have the item. This is where you have the item. Alright, so you select that column. You select the column. You select the column and then you go to data. So when you get to data, you have the create filter. So click on create filter and then we apply the conditions. Okay, what is happening? Okay. So this is the symbol of filter. So when you see this symbol, it means that filter has been applied, or yes, filter has been applied. So, but we have not fully conditioned it, so we have to go condition it. So you click on that symbol. All right. So remember, there are different ways for you to filter. So you can filter by color and everything. So, but for us, we are going to filter by condition. Okay, so I'm going to choose by condition. Okay, I'm going to choose by condition, and then text contains what? Text contain pencil. So the value is pencil. That's what I want to. So all of these, I'm going to uncheck them. Uncheck, 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 and just leave only pencil alone. And then you click on OK. So when you do that, can you see? Can you see what happened? The other items that was bought as disappeared, and we're having just only the pencil. So the next question. So the next question is based on this filter. So the next question says, how many pencils in total did they buy? Okay, so remember this is the unit that they bought. So we're asked to calculate what they bought here. Okay, we're asked to calculate what they bought here. So what do you do? So put your equals to sign, don't forget that, and then touch from the beginning. Okay, then you can put your semicolon. So instead of you entering it one by one, so you can just put your semicolon in till the end. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so let me just put plus the next one, plus the next one, plus the next cell, plus the next cell, plus the next, plus the next, and then the last cell. Then hit your enter key. So that gives you the total of, the people, the total pencils that was bought by these customers. All right, so that is that. So you can save this view, this filter view, you can save it and get the link. All right, so or you can just take the screenshot of this. Okay, so there are two ways. So you can just screenshot this. So this shows that you actually applied the filter, or you can copy the link. So when you go back to data again, so it's going to ask you to save as filter view. So when you click on it, you'll be able to get the link for you. So it's asking you to name this view. So you can just say those that bought pencil, those that bought pencils, or whatever name that you can remember, those that bought pencils, or customers that bought pencils. Anyhow you want to put English, you are correct. So that is that you are saving. So you can as well get the link. You can as well get the link. So when you go to view options, you'll be able to get the link view. So you can just copy the link view and then submit it separately. Or you can screenshot and also submit. That shows that you have done this part. So once you are done, so you can just undo and then do the last part of the assignment, which is to calculate the average. So here I'm going to remove the filter. I don't need it again. So remove the filter, and then every item goes back to normal. Can you see? Every item has gone back to normal. So the next one says calculate the average price of all the unit price. Okay, so this is the unit price. So we are going to get the average of it. So here just put equals to and then average. Okay, so this is the average here. So that is what I want. And that's it. So that's how to get the average of this unit cost. So I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know if you have any other question regarding this. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.